YouTube, it is Saturday. Good morning YouTube, it is Monday. Hello YouTube. Hello YouTube. Hello YouTube. Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Hello YouTube. Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany, and on this channel we talk about the false beliefs taught to women inside of the church through church chats, church horror stories, and cringy Christian content. Today we have something a little bit different, where we are going to talk about the fitness influencer turned Christian influencer after scamming thousands of women. Let's get into it. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on all the social medias. I'm more prominent on Instagram. And actually, I asked a lot of my followers if they wanted me to do a video on this. And it was a resounding yes, please. So if you are not aware of who we're about to talk about today, let me give you a little background as to who it is and why I wanted to focus on this topic for this video. Today we are talking about Brittany Dawn and Brittany Dawn Fitness. Now, right at this moment in time, she is being sued. Why is she being sued? Well, a backstory here and why this is personal to me. Years ago, I was a follower of Brittany Dawn's. I was a fan of hers. I looked up to her in the fitness community. And I used to be a bodybuilder back in 2015, 2016. And that is when I was heavily into the fitness influencer space. So I followed a lot of different influencers, her being one of them. Now, in saying that, there are two women, Brittany Dawn, I followed her, and I also followed another woman named Nikki Blacketer. And I think she is still doing fitness influencing now. But Brittany Dawn, when I would watch her videos, something screamed uneasy for me. Something screamed just not authentic. And at that moment, I felt really off watching her videos, but I didn't know why. And she was married to a different man than she is now, which that is not something that I'm going to get into here, but just overall, she was married to somebody else. And their dynamic, it wasn't good nor bad. It was simply odd for me. And it felt very unauthentic. So I struggled. I dealt with disordered eating. And actually, before saying all of this, disclaimer here real quick, I am going to read you the lawsuit document. And in that lists a lot of stories around eating disorders, which I will disclaim once we get further into it, but just right here, right now, we are going to be talking about eating disorders. So I was struggling heavily with eating disorders at this time. So I rid myself of the different fitness influencers whom I was following, her being one of them. So I stopped following her, and two, she just didn't seem authentic, and there was just something off. Well, in that time frame, I followed more of Nikki Blacketer's things on social media, and I actually ended up purchasing a macro program from her, a customized macro program from her, and a workout program. And this was before I was personal training, okay? And this was before I was even in the field of kinesiology in college. I was solely wanting to become a bodybuilder at this time. Okay. In saying that, a part of the lawsuit that is being filed against Brittany Dawn right now is false claims over one-on-one coaching with her clients, false claims over one-on-one macro coaching with her clients, which I will read word for word in the legal document, because I literally have it all printed out and I highlighted every single thing that I wanted to get into today. So I stopped following her. I stopped following a lot of different fitness influencers, like I said before, and at this moment I had a powerlifting coach who is heavily in the fitness community as well. And I saw her post something about this coach who has been scamming thousands of women. So I dug deeper into this and I saw it on national news. And then I saw it on other fitness influencers, because a lot of different influencers, though they do not have the certification of a personal trainer, they have a lot of knowledge of working out. So as an influencer who has a lot of followers, they sell programs. You don't have to be certified in order to do that. In her case, it's coming, back around and biting her in the ass. But no, however, we'll get into that in just a second as well. But I looked further and further and further into it, and here comes Brittany Dawn's face. And I wasn't shocked. I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked, because I knew that there was something else going on, but I didn't know details. I just knew something inauthentic was happening. And when it was that, when she was allegedly accused of scamming thousands of women, I followed it to the T. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I bet this is very, very true, because of how unauthentic she is in her videos, which right here, right now, I'm going to show you a few. I think I have either one or two of the different videos that it's one of her first videos that she put on YouTube. And I want to show you this to show you the difference in what she had in the past of being this fitness influencer versus now what she is as a Christian influencer. So slight hold on me, and we're going to get into one of those videos right here. Ready, go.
Hello YouTube, it is 12:49, almost 1 o'clock, and I am about to break my fast, probably a few minutes early. Doesn't have to be perfect. I will be breaking my fast with oats and cauliflower and egg whites. My cauliflower. You guys probably know by the title of this video, today's video is going to be a fitness tips for beginners. And I'm so passionate about helping other people that are starting their journey, just make it a little easier, share the lessons that I've learned along my journey with you guys. And the tips that I'm going to list out for you in a little bit are ones that I've learned the hard way, ones that I've learned over time. I started my fitness journey back in like 2011, 2012. So it's just been a long learning process. YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about today's vlog. It's going to be a little bit different. Jordan and I are having a date night here. Once he gets off work, he's coming over. We're going to be doing a date night here in the kitchen, and then we're also going to try to answer some Christian dating advice, tips. I said advice, really weird. Advice and tips that you guys have asked me on my Instagram story. I know that dating as a Christian can be so daunting and overwhelming, and honestly sometimes hopeless at times. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am heading to Austin. I just pulled over to get a coffee. I'm on my drive down to the Sheila's Freed weekend retreat, which I'm super excited about. But I just wanted to hop on here and share something with you guys. My last video, I told you all that I'm just kind of over the whole filming all day, at least for now. Maybe one day it'll come back, but right now I just really feel like the Lord keeps putting things on my heart to share, and I keep freezing out of fear that it's not gonna look perfect, or the vlog isn't gonna be fun enough, or whatever it may be. And so I'm stepping out in faith right now to share something that I feel I need to share. So this is something that personally came to me about 3 months ago. If you missed my last video, my vlogs are gonna be a little less planned out and more just like talking in the moment when I feel like I need to speak on something, when I feel like the Holy Spirit is guiding me and nudging me into speaking boldly and diligently. So that being said, this has been on my heart for quite some time. This is something that I have sat on for about 3 months now, maybe 4, I don't remember the specific date. And I just feel like it keeps coming back up and it keeps coming back up because it's meant to share a message with you guys. Some of y'all are gonna say I'm crazy. That's okay. The Bible warns us of that. I'm gonna start with the spiritual attack side of things. The very moment that you decide to step out in faith, the very moment that you first give your life to Christ, is the same moment that all hell is gonna break loose. It will break loose because Satan is angry. There will be some days where these spiritual attacks and these spiritual resistance starts the second your feet hit the floor.
So as you can see, very black and white fitness influencer, what I eat in a day, these are my different workouts, this is my body, whatever. So we're on the same page, right? This is what she did. So she was selling customized workouts to these different clients. And again, we'll get into the logistics. We'll get into the actual meat and potatoes of what she is getting sued over. But the biggest thing here that I wanted to cover is that she was a fitness influencer turned Christian influencer who never speaks about this scam. She has spoken about this when it first came out and after she was on national television. She put an apology video. Like I said before, the videos I showed you, I followed this to a T. I was searching everything. As soon as I saw that it was Brittany Dawn who was being allegedly being accused of scamming these women, I was like, oh my God, like I got to get my research hat on. Like I have to dive into this. So I watched her video. Well, I didn't watch her videos every day. I was waiting for new ones to come out because I figured that she would speak about this, right? She uploaded an apology video. And I wish, for the love of God, I wish I could share it with you, but shockingly, she deleted it. She deleted it. I'm not entirely sure why, but she wrote an apology on her phone and she talked about it. I mean, she didn't talk. She read it from her phone while she was crying with her laundry going on in the background. This is the part that blows my mind. She was reading the apology that she wrote in her phone in the home that she moved into from the money that she received from these women. Now, let me tell you that these programs, again, it's in the document, these programs range from $90 to $300-ish, which, to be honest, those are not unreasonable prices, and that's not something that we're getting into because those prices aren't terrible from a personal trainer's perspective. Those are, I mean, I would charge more literally because I went to school for this and I'm certified in this shit, but she's not, so like those are fine prices. So that's not the problem. But what I'm saying is $90 to $300-ish for thousands of women, that's a shit ton of money. And two, she received the PPP loan during COVID, and she moved at least 2 times. She kept upgrading and she kept upgrading, and you're watching, and I went through so many of her videos and did a timeline of when the allegations came out to how many times she moved to when COVID hit.
I'm going to pick up my keys and then some of the unpacking begins. Furniture is moving tomorrow, so this is just gonna be like a 2-day vlog extravaganza. So excited! So I So there's something that I didn't quite tell you guys, and I just got the keys to my house. I don't think it's hit me yet. I feel like I could cry right now, and I'm not going to because this is supposed to be a happy moment, and I'm just like, these are happy tears. Whew. It's been a crazy, stressful everything. Like, everything leading up to this moment has been so worth it, though. I can't believe I'm a homeowner. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to start unpacking my car. Holy cow. My realtor
I mean, PPP loans, those are public knowledge. And it is this public knowledge as to how much that she received from those loans for her business. But I'm not sure. I don't know if she's paid it back yet. I don't know. I'm not sure how that part is working. I didn't do my research in the PPP loan solely on that. All I know is that she received that loan while she's also receiving the money from her clients that she did not give back what they were paying for. And when I say she didn't give back, this is what I mean. So when you purchase a customized macro plan, a customized workout plan, you are paying for a workout that is specific to your goals and to your body type, to maybe injuries that you've had, to, if, let's say, maybe you're diabetic or there's some type of illness. Like, it's customized to you and your goals. Same with macros. If you do not know, macros, that's short for macronutrients. Macronutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So out of that, there's a lot of different math problems, but I did this for clients, and I did this online for clients, and I had other coaches who were doing it online for clients, and I paid Nikki Blacketer for this, and she gave me what I paid for. So when you have macros, that is I'm not going to go into depth, but they break down the grams that you're supposed to have of carbs, the grams of protein, and the grams of fat. And you're weighing those things out every single day. And all of that equals out to the amount of calories that your body is intaking every single day. Okay. So in order to get that number, you have to know your body's total daily energy expenditure. And that number is how many calories your body is burning just by living your daily life. And from there, we know whether we want to do a deficit, we want to maintain your calories, or we want to have a surplus of calories. So it is very important to be able to do that for your client depending on what their goal is, because you can either put somebody in such a caloric deficit to where they are struggling to function every single day, or you have too much of a surplus and that's too much food and they're trying to intake it, but it's making them sick, or they just can't eat anymore because it's uncomfortable. So there is a very safe way to have a caloric deficit, and there's a safe way to have a caloric surplus. And what she did was not mentally safe and not physically safe for these women. So to have an efficient one-on-one coach for macros, for any nutritious coaching whatsoever, you have to meet with them. You have to, either together or in some type of container, like emailing, Zoom call, whatever, to be able to go over what they ate that prior week. So, for example, me as the client to a powerlifting coach or bodybuilding, and to the coach over clients who were doing the same thing, you would write down the macros that you had every single day. You would weigh every single day, and you would have a check-in day and you would take the pictures of yourself. You would send them the weight, you'd send them the calories or the macros and the calories. And we would, for me personally, you would look at the numbers. You would see if there was any fluctuation of weight. You would see the pictures that they sent you. And side note here, there is a fine line of disordered eating and macro counting, because if you are weighing yourself every single day, which I highly suggest you not to do, that is a brain, it can fuck up your brain. It's a brain fuckery. So even clients now, my assessment that I love to do is strength assessments. What I love to do is the strength power assessments, or just how you're feeling overall, because ultimately you don't have to weigh yourself to know that you're progressing in something. Your clothes might fit better, you might be sleeping better at night, those different things, you know what I mean? So my perspective on that has been completely changed. But I'm just saying, like, if you're wanting to count macros, this is efficiently how you're going to receive the progression. This is how you're progressing it. Okay. So you get together once every week, you send the email. This is how I did it. You send the email, send the pictures. Your coach looks at it and see if there's any fluctuation, like I was saying before. And the biggest thing, for the love of God, adjusting macros according to the progression and according to your goals. It is very vital that there are adjustments in macronutrients, okay? Whether that is more calories or less calories, there is some adjustment necessary. Okay. In saying that, I needed to explain that to you just in case you didn't necessarily understand the really big impact of the lack of coaching when it came to macronutrients. Now, I will say this, in personal training, it is not uncommon for more than one client to have the same workout. Let me just end there for a second. For example, if I had, let's say, 8 clients during the day, and 2 of those clients were very, very similar built, very similar in their goals, very similar in, they were similar, and their goals were similar, and their body type was similar, all of those different things, then yes, their workouts could be the same, because that takes a lot of brain work off of the coach, and at the same time, like, you're still progressing because they have this, you know what I'm saying? So, like, a strength athlete, they're definitely not going to have the same exact workout as a middle-aged mom who just wants to be able to make it to the gym. So there's a big, big difference. However, if there are 2 middle-aged moms who just want to make it to the gym, why not give them the same workout? Okay, in saying that, there were multiple women who were all online, and they had a, after you paid Brittany Dawn for their workout, for their macronutrient plan, she put you into a Facebook group. Well, I don't understand where her brain was, like, oh, they're not going to talk to each other, but there were a lot of women comparing their workouts, as women do, as one would, and they're like, oh my God, we have the literally same exact workout. Like, don't do that if you are coaching thousands of women. And listen, I've coached women online. I've coached women not online. I've coached women online and not on, like, at the same time, you know what I mean? So, like, don't do that. Don't put the same exact workout for so many women. Like I said, the strength athlete and the mom who just wants to get to the fucking gym to work out, those should be completely different workouts. Even if, you have, and it like goes without saying, a woman who is older and doesn't want to get on the floor versus somebody who is my age, and it should be different. But these women were having a lot of the workouts, the same workouts, and the macronutrient plans were, this one gets me, we'll get into this, but very minimal calories and very dangerous for some, physically and mentally. Now, I am going to stop rambling about it. I wanted to give you a kind of backstory as to what is going on now, but I wanted to give you that so the legal documents would make sense to you. But this video, I wanted it to be primarily on reading the legal shit, because there's a lot of legal shit to get into. I will put the link to the legal documents in the description below if you want to read them yourself. If that's something that you want to do, that's totally fine. But I actually received this link from another YouTuber who did a video on Brittany Dawn. Because a lot of anti-MLMers are on Brittany Dawn's ass, because a lot of anti-MLM content is also anti-scam. Now, I'm not going to really get into that space in that community, but when she is now a Christian influencer who never talks about the past and what happened and covers it up with, oh, it's just a lie from the enemy, Satan is trying to get me down, but not today, which, you know what, let me just share, let's just do it right now. I will share with you this Instagram story that I took a screen recording of the other day, either hours after or a day after it was public information that Brittany Dawn LLC was finally getting sued. This is the video that she put on her Instagram story.
Do you ever just start laughing? Do you ever just start laughing at Satan's tactics? They are so petty and so obvious to us that are in the kingdom of God that you can literally just start audibly laughing. I want to remind you that joy is a weapon, and that the joy of the Lord is our strength, and nothing and no one and no situation and no single thing, opportunity, whatever have you, can steal that from you. Many of us right now are going through spiritual warfare. And if you're watching this right now and you're like, man, this is speaking to me, this is me right now, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to lean into Ephesians 6. I want to encourage you to put on the armor of God every single day. When you wake up, put on the armor of God. When you go to bed, put on the armor of God. Put it on every waking moment of your day. The Lord is so faithful to protect his children. The Lord is so faithful to protect us from the enemy's schemes. And he sees you, and he sees you in the seen and the unseen, and he's protecting you in the heavenly realms, the seen and the unseen. So I just want to encourage you, whoever this is for, I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast, it's like a download. Whoever this is for, lean into the Lord. He will fight for you through tough things, spiritual attacks, whatever you want to call them. Going through those with the Holy Spirit inside of you is a game changer. That's the secret. I'm going to read Ephesians 6. I'm going to read Ephesians 6, 10 through 20 to you guys. Finally, be strengthened by the Lord and by his vast strength. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take stands against the schemes of the devil. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers of this darkness, against evil spiritual forces in the heavens. For this reason, take up the full armor of God so that you may be able to resist in the evil day, and having prepared everything, to take your stand. Stand, therefore, with truth like a belt around your waist, righteousness like armor on your chest, and your feet sandaled with readiness for the gospel of peace. In every situation, take up the shield of faith with which you can extinguish all flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Pray at all times in the Spirit with every prayer and request, and stay alert with all Also for me, that the message may be given to me when I open my mouth to make known with boldness the mystery of the gospel. For this, I am an ambassador in chains. Pray that I might be bold enough to speak about it as I should. I love this. We live in a spiritual world, not a physical one. And I'm so tired of people saying, stop over spiritualizing everything. We live in a spiritual world. And if you don't see that yet, I pray that the Lord would reveal that to you, that the Lord would convict your heart and just speak truth in life over you in some way, shape, or form, whatever that looks like, because the times that we are living in, it's easy to see evil everywhere. It's so easy to see our graceless society. Yeah, wow. Thank you, Jesus.
So as you can see, she's not taking responsibility. And this video and many other Brittany Dawn videos wouldn't be in existence if she actually apologized for whatever it is that happened. Because in the apology video that she had taken down, she said that her business grew way too quickly, which, okay, like I can understand that. But at the same time, I've never scammed anybody. And guess what? The woman who I received workouts from long time ago from an influencer, please don't do that though. Dear God, please don't do that. Invest your money in somebody who is certified in this shit. But I didn't know at the time. But also, she did not scam me. She did not scam other people. And my powerlifting coach at that time, who was doing coaching online, didn't scam people either. And their businesses are very successful. And when I was personal training online, it was very successful. But I didn't motherfucking scam people. So her saying my business grew way too quick, I was doing this and I was doing that, and it was just overwhelming. Okay, that's fine. But don't cause harm to people, because when we're talking about food, when we're talking about nutrients, when we're talking about macros, getting into that world, you have to know the repercussions to not being able to teach that efficiently and effectively. Because if you do not, then a lot of blood is going to be on your hands, and you're probably going to cause a lot of trauma to these women that didn't need that in their life, who may have never had the traumatic experiences that disordered eating and food can be to somebody. But now, since you have not taught it efficiently and correctly and effectively and all those different words, you fucked up. You fucked up, and you can't speak about it, because now we're going to cover it with Jesus. And that is why I am here, because you got to take responsibility for this. Like, this is massive. This is not like, oh, I accidentally drank somebody's drink, my mistake. This isn't a mistake if you've done it over and goddamn over again. And now, since she's a Christian influencer and redeemed by Jesus and what the fuck, she's now hosting retreats. She hosted a retreat in Austin, I think, last year, and she is hosting a retreat in Dallas this year. And I also have information on those retreats, but I don't want to get into that anymore. But I mean, I read all the legal stuff where you have to sign. I read the fine print, and essentially the fine print was, even if you don't come and you paid, we can't refund it. We're not going to refund it, which is so silly. And you're literally paying just to meet Brittany Dawn. That's it. You're doing it to meet Brittany, and that's it. And I thought it was, you know what? We're getting off topic. Let's get into legal stuff now. Okay. Here it is. Highlighted. Ready to go. Brittany Dawn Davis and Brittany Dawn Fitness, LLC, violated the Texas Deceptive Trade Practices Consumer Protection Act, and for causes of action would respectfully show the court the following. And It has a lot of different things that we're not necessarily going to get into here because there's a lot of legal terminology and just things that it just doesn't matter. This says, jurisdiction and venue. Defendants have engaged in false, misleading, and or deceptive acts, practices in the course of trade and commerce as defined in and declared unlawful by sections blah blah blah. The Attorney General is authorized to seek civil penalties, redress for consumers, and injunctive relief. Love that. Factual allegations. This used to be assumptions. This used to be allegedly, but oh, I love that word, factual. Beginning in 2014, defendants profited from the sale of online fitness packages to thousands of consumers with the promise of personalized nutritional guidance and individualized fitness coaching. Specifically, defendants' online fitness packages, pause right here. I think we all know defendant is Brittany Dawn. Cool? Okay, just throwing that out. Online fitness packages offered macro nutritional assessments and, depending on the plan purchased, daily or weekly email training and one-on-one coaching. Defendants' online nutrition and fitness packages range from $92 for a one-time macro consultation to, that might be a little high, to $300 for 3 months of personalized macro trainings and coaching. Side note, that's not a bad price. However, the online nutrition and fitness plans delivered to consumers were not individualized. Defendants also failed to provide the promised coaching and check-ins. Very important. We talked about it. Defendants largely ignored consumer complaints, or if they did respond, offered only partial refunds. This was when ladies were coming in and saying, hey, we didn't do one-on-one coaching. I want my money back. In 2019, consumers' complaints on social media garnered media attention, prompting Defendant Davis to make a video apology posted to YouTube. Defendants promptly took the website down. She did. I couldn't find it that very next day. I watched it, but then it was gone. Regardless of which nutrition or fitness plan was purchased, an essential component of almost every sale on the website was the individualized coaching offered by Defendant Davis. The website identified Miss Davis as the individual providing the coaching and support. She described as, in quotes, your coach, your confidant, your biggest supporter, and friend. There to push you, mold you, and to help you find that person that you've always wanted to become. Miss Davis's first email to purchasing consumer after the survey was completed stated, in quotes, don't forget that this is just your starting point, and I will be making adjustments as needed throughout the next 4 or 12 weeks with me, end quote. The coaching, be it weekly emails or daily text messages, were promised for the full 30-day or 90-day duration of the purchased nutrition and fitness plans. However, defendants repeatedly failed to provide this essential component. Many consumer complaints stated that they did not receive the individualized coaching they purchased as part of their fitness plan. One consumer who purchased a 90-day individualized macro and training program received one email back from Miss Davis after her initial check-in. No further coaching nor adjustments were made. Another consumer who had purchased a 90-day individualized macro and training plan stopped receiving any contact from Miss Davis after the 2 weeks. Still, other consumers complained that any responses they did receive, if even initially, to a detailed check-in or specific question, were generic. Like, that's my girl, you're killing it, or you got this, babe. Consumers who purchased the personalized online nutrition and fitness plan were given access to a Team Brittany Dawn Facebook group, which served as a virtual community of consumers on the same fitness journey. The site that I told you about where they started talking about their workouts. It was through the Facebook group that consumers realized, like I just said, that defendants had given them the same individualized nutrition and fitness plans. One consumer commented that, "I thought at first you had created this workout plan based on my needs and wants until I referred 2 friends to you and their plans were the same." Another noted that her plan did not take into consideration her workout schedule, frequency, nor consider her workout limitations. That is important. And as discussed above, since Defendant Davis was not providing individualized coaching in response to the daily or weekly check-ins, consumers were not receiving the promised adjustments to the workout plan to achieve their individualized fitness goals. In addition to the lack of coaching or individualized fitness plans, defendants did not customize each consumer macronutrient at the beginning of the fitness plan. That shit, I can't. Although consumers answered personal survey questions at registration about their height, weight, goals, and activity level on the promise of an individualized assessment, defendants delivered generic macronutrient guidelines to consumers. One consumer found that she had another consumer of approximately the same height had a suggested caloric intake differential of only 60 calories, approximately, even though one weighed 140 pounds more, meaning one was significantly heavier than the other, but there was only a 60 calorie difference. That's not okay. Defendants also failed to provide the adjustments to macronutrient promise for the duration of the fitness plan. One consumer complained she was never provided a macronutrient adjustment even though she was working out and her body was changing. Another was, oh my God, there's so much here. Another was I'm telling you, there's a lot. I want you to know all this shit. Beginner weighing 200 pounds who almost passed out from inadequate nutrition. Now we're going to get into eating disorders, so disclaimer. Defendant Davis did not respond to her emails asking for assistance. Another consumer suffered extreme hunger and sent an email after email seeking help from Miss Davis, who is not certified, who finally responded a month later, scolding her for not letting her know how bad the hunger was earlier, even though each email explained her issue. The title of this section, Misled Consumers with Eating Disorders. Defendant Davis posted YouTube videos explaining that she overcame her eating disorder through exercise and healthy eating. It's not how you overcome an eating disorder. In the same social media posts, she then offered links to her fitness and nutrition plans. That's convenient. Consumers inferred from defendant's videos and links to her website that she had a special training to address eating disorders. No, she had no special training at all. 0 certifications. One consumer noted that the main reason, in quotes, the main reason I chose her, Miss Davis, out of all the coaches out there was specifically that she advertised herself as an eating disorder soldier. That was a big, big hashtag for women who were going through disordered eating. It was incredibly important to me that the person I chose to coach me had an idea of what it was like to deal with an eating disorder. That would make sense. Prior to reaching out to her for guidance, I had battled with anorexia and at my worst was below 80 pounds. Miss Davis denies that she accepted consumers with eating disorders. However, consumer documents tell a different story. At least 14 consumers who sought refunds from defendants mentioning eating disorders in their complaints. One consumer on her initial survey states, I truly need, in quotes, I truly need guidance, help, the right information and support right now. I currently have an eating disorder, horrible body image views. I am underweight for my height, end quote. Miss Davis' response was, great, welcome to the hashtag Team Brittany Dawn family, end quote. Defendants proceeded to provide cardio exercises and low-calorie macronutrient suggestions that would only be suitable for someone who needed to lose weight, not put it on. There is 0 excuse for that. Another consumer wrote, in quotes, "When I filled out your new client questionnaire, I clearly stated that I was currently suffering from a restrictive eating disorder and looking to increase my calorie intake." End quote. The nutrition plan that she received from defendants had a calorie intake significantly lower than what the consumer who needed to gain weight had reported. And below here, it also says that she was charging a shipping fee for the nutrition and fitness plans, but those were emailed, incurring no email or shipping. Like, you should not pay a shipping fee for things that you're getting online. Fucking obviously. So, listen, I don't care how quickly, that's all that I wanted to read to you. I don't care how quickly your goddamn business is blowing up. When you have somebody's livelihood in your hands, there is no excuse for that. And if your business is blowing up so much, then hire fucking help, man. There is no excuse. There is no reason. There is no legitimate reason as to why this should have happened. Again, I haven't coached thousands of women at one time, but I have coached and trained women. Not once have I scammed them. And they have received results as they want. I feel like this would hit me different if I had never been in the fitness industry. I'm still technically in the fitness industry because I'm still training people, but it doesn't make sense to my brain as to why somebody would even want to do this. And again, it would be completely different if it was like, oh my God, I fucked up, and you know what? I'm never going to try to sell something again, and I'm just going to like go in hiding or something. But no, she played the, oh my God, I wasn't close enough to Jesus. And if you've watched any of the Cringy Christian Content videos that I've done, there are a lot of, I was actually going to add some in here to give you a little taste of what she's doing now. But I might add those towards the end. But I've added her videos on the Cringy Christian Content so many times. So if you want to see what she's doing now, go look at those videos. But at the same time, it's so mind-boggling to me that she now is a professed Christian. She did not have sex before. Well, she wasn't a virgin when she got married again, but she saved herself from it. And she is a fundamentalist, mean girl Christian now. But at the same time, not even at the same time, that's just what she is. And I remember in the videos that I had watched when I was in the fitness community, and like really into the fitness space, and heavily into disordered eating and all of those things that go along with it, she would talk about Jesus here and there, but it wouldn't be excessive. But then after this situation happened, it was, oh, now I know how I used to be, and this is how I am now. And it's like, no. Like, you fucked up, man. Like, you royally fucked the fuck up. Like, again, no reason, no excuse for it. You done fucked up, kid. And she hasn't ever taken full responsibility because of that video. You know, God's gonna help me through this. And, you know, my business just exploded. And but there was no, I shouldn't have done this. And then there was a video following that one. I think that video is still online. I'm not sure. I might have it. But she was explaining, well, I don't know why all the hate is coming on like this video. I don't know why everybody is, you know, giving me a hard time about it. I've already talked to those people, and, you know, a lot of refunds are coming, but that's not accurate at all. And it's in the legal statements that's not fucking accurate, because she didn't give everybody full refunds. She didn't even give everybody half fucking refunds. And two, if they did have a refund, they had to sign a non-disclosure statement saying that they wouldn't necessarily talk, like they wouldn't speak about it anymore. So this whole entire thing is goddamn just a shit show, and it's fucked up. And I hate that she can't even take responsibility for what she did. But the thing is, I wanted to come on here and tell the women who are followers of her right now, who think that she is the and all fucking be all, that like she's not. Like she's not. And I think, again, a lot of my content goes back to the heart I have for women and for younger women, that the women who are following her in the recent few years may not even know about this awful scam because she doesn't talk about it, and she's never talked about it. The only time that she has confronted it is when national fucking news was like, hey, by the way, you scammed people. But I think that she'd still be doing it if she hadn't been caught. And that's shitty, man. That's so shitty. And the fact that she covers it, I think the cherry on top of all this is that she cut, like the Instagram stories, she covers it up with God. Like Satan, it's Satan's scheme to get me down, but I'm not gonna get down. I'm like, no, you dumb bitch. You're being sued for scamming people. That has nothing to do with Satan. Has nothing to do with God. You fucked up, man. It like sucks the life out of me. Okay, I think that is going to end the Brittany Dawn deep dive video. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a few weeks coming, and the next one that I'm about to do are the stupid girl defined 136 questions. I'm gonna have to get a drink for that one. But I love you so much. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. If you love this video, please go ahead and like this video and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I drop a video, which should be once every week. I needed some time to get this one ready, but now that it's out there, I get to breathe for a little bit. I needed to, yeah, it's done. I don't want to do anything about Brittany Dawn unless I'm making fun of her fucking TikToks. Okay, I love y'all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!